The deep cosmic void, an expanse we often perceive as utterly empty, a vast canvas of endless night, stretches before us. But what if its profound silence is merely a veil, behind which lies an intricate tapestry woven with echoes of a past so ancient, so utterly alien, that our minds struggle to grasp its mere possibility? Imagine a universe not devoid of history, but teeming with stories untold, a celestial archive holding the spectral calligraphy of a civilization that bloomed and faded long before the very first star ignited in our corner of the cosmos. This isn't about grand monuments or ruined cities visible through distant telescopes. It's about a legacy hidden, not in conventional stone or metallic structures, but meticulously inscribed into the very fabric of space-time itself, patiently awaiting an intelligence capable of deciphering its silent, enduring whispers, etched across the eons. The universe, in its boundless indifference, might cradle secrets far grander than our wildest imaginings. Could it be that our existence, our brief flicker of consciousness on a solitary blue marble, is not a unique spark, but merely a recurring motif in an ancient cosmic song, a melody played out across countless worlds and forgotten epochs? This central mystery invites us to peer beyond our temporal confines, to question the very linearity of time and the assumed uniqueness of our evolutionary journey. What if the universe itself, through subtle anomalies and enduring patterns, has preserved the ghost of a presence, a non-human intelligence that observed the nascent cosmos, leaving behind a subtle yet profound signature for those patient enough to listen, to truly see beyond the obvious? Consider the implications. An intelligence that rose and fell before humanity's ancestors even emerged from the primordial soup, before the dinosaurs walked, before life itself took hold in complex forms. Their messages, if they exist, would not be in a language we speak, nor in symbols we understand, but perhaps in the very laws of physics, in the anomalous dance of subatomic particles, or in the precise geometric patterns hidden within the oldest geological strata. These are not mere fragments of a forgotten past. They could be a testament to a universal truth, a whisper across billions of years, challenging every assumption we hold about the origins of sentience. If you enjoy exploring these profound questions, delving into the unknown, and imagining the vast possibilities that lie beyond our current understanding, consider subscribing to our channel to join us on this extraordinary journey of discovery. This profound silence, once interpreted as absence, might actually be a deliberate canvas, meticulously inscribed with a history we are only now beginning to perceive. How do we search for something that exists outside our conventional definitions of evidence? We speak of civilizations leaving ruins, tools, or art. But what if this ancient intelligence operated on a scale so vast, with technologies so advanced, that their legacy manifests as slight variations in gravitational fields or subtle shifts in isotopic ratios within the deepest geological layers of our own planet, or even in the faint, non-random fluctuations of the cosmic background radiation itself? The challenge lies not just in finding these whispers, but in learning to recognize their language, a dialogue spoken in the very grammar of the cosmos. To truly comprehend this possibility, we must shed our anthropocentric lens and embrace a radical humility. The universe is an ancient storyteller, its tales etched not in ink, but in the very fabric of reality. Imagine Earth 3.8 billion years ago, a world in violent genesis, a cauldron of primal forces. A molten heart radiated immense heat, fueling relentless volcanic eruptions that sculpted nascent continents from fiery depths. Primordial oceans churned with a rich, complex chemical soup beneath a sky thick with methane and ammonia. This was a suffocating shroud for any life we recognize, yet it may have been a fertile ground, not for life itself, but for the subtle imprints of something profoundly out of place, a signature left by visitors from beyond the conventional boundaries of time and space. Our journey begins not with a bang, but with a whisper echoing across billions of years, inviting us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about beginnings. It asks us to contemplate a world before worlds, a consciousness preceding matter, a message hidden in plain sight, yet obscured by the sheer weight of time. Could the very patterns of the cosmos, from the spiral of galaxies to the precise orbits of planets, hold a meaning, a deliberate design, a final testament from a forgotten architect? As we delve into these depths, we are not merely uncovering history, we are redefining what history can be, pushing the boundaries of scientific inquiry and philosophical thought into the vast, silent sea of the unknown.
The deep cosmic void, an expanse we often perceive as utterly empty, a vast canvas of endless night, stretches before us. But what if its profound silence is merely a veil, behind which lies an intricate tapestry woven with echoes of a past so ancient, so utterly alien, that our minds struggle to grasp its mere possibility?
Imagine a universe not devoid of history, but teeming with stories untold. A celestial archive holding the spectral calligraphy of a civilization that bloomed and faded long before the very first star ignited in our corner of the cosmos. This isn't about grand monuments or ruined cities visible through distant telescopes. It's about a legacy hidden, not in conventional stone or metallic structures, but meticulously inscribed into the very fabric of space-time itself, patiently awaiting an intelligence capable of deciphering its silent, enduring whispers, etched across the eons. The universe, in its boundless indifference, might cradle secrets far grander than our wildest imaginings. Could it be that our existence, our brief flicker of consciousness on a solitary blue marble, is not a unique spark, but merely a recurring motif in an ancient cosmic song, a melody played out across countless worlds and forgotten epochs? This central mystery invites us to peer beyond our temporal confines, to question the very linearity of time and the assumed uniqueness of our evolutionary journey. What if the universe itself, through subtle anomalies and enduring patterns, has preserved the ghost of a presence, a non-human intelligence that observed the nascent cosmos, leaving behind a subtle yet profound signature for those patient enough to listen, to truly see beyond the obvious? Consider the implications. An intelligence that rose and fell before humanity's ancestors even emerged from the primordial soup, before the dinosaurs walked, before life itself took hold in complex forms. Their messages, if they exist, would not be in a language we speak, nor in symbols we understand, but perhaps in the very laws of physics, in the anomalous dance of subatomic particles, or in the precise geometric patterns hidden within the oldest geological strata. These are not mere fragments of a forgotten past. They could be a testament to a universal truth, a whisper across billions of years, challenging every assumption we hold about the origins of sentience. If you enjoy exploring these profound questions, delving into the unknown, and imagining the vast possibilities that lie beyond our current understanding, consider subscribing to our channel to join us on this extraordinary journey of discovery. This profound silence, once interpreted as absence, might actually be a deliberate canvas, meticulously inscribed with a history we are only now beginning to perceive. How do we search for something that exists outside our conventional definitions of evidence? We speak of civilizations leaving ruins, tools, or art, but what if this ancient intelligence operated on a scale so vast, with technology so advanced, that their legacy manifests as slight variations in gravitational fields, or subtle shifts in isotopic ratios within the deepest geological layers of our own planet, or even in the faint, non-random fluctuations of the cosmic background radiation itself? The challenge lies not just in finding these whispers, but in learning to recognize their language, a dialogue spoken in the very grammar of the cosmos. To truly comprehend this possibility, we must shed our anthropocentric lens and embrace a radical humility. The universe is an ancient storyteller, its tales etched not in ink, but in the very fabric of reality. Imagine Earth, 3.8 billion years ago, a world in violent genesis, a cauldron of primal forces. A molten heart radiated immense heat, fueling relentless volcanic eruptions that sculpted nascent continents from fiery depths. Primordial oceans churned with a rich, complex chemical soup beneath a sky thick with methane and ammonia. This was a suffocating shroud for any life we recognize, yet it may have been a fertile ground, not for life itself, but for the subtle imprints of something profoundly out of place, a signature left by visitors from beyond the conventional boundaries of time and space. Our journey begins not with a bang, but with a whisper echoing across billions of years, inviting us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about beginnings. It asks us to contemplate a world before worlds, a consciousness preceding matter, a message hidden in plain sight, yet obscured by the sheer weight of time. Could the very patterns of the cosmos, from the spiral of galaxies to the precise orbits of planets, hold a meaning, a deliberate design, a final testament from a forgotten architect? As we delve into these depths, we are not merely uncovering history, we are redefining what history can be, pushing the boundaries of scientific inquiry and philosophical thought,
into the vast, silent sea of the unknown. Our current understanding of the cosmos, a tapestry woven with threads of observation and theory, tells a story of beginnings. From the Big Bang's fiery embrace to the slow coagulation of cosmic dust into stars and planets, we trace a linear progression. We gaze at the stars, searching for signs of life, for radio signals, for the monumental engineering of advanced civilizations. Yet our search is often framed within our own temporal and technological biases, seeking echoes of what we might ourselves become. We listen for voices that speak our language, or at least a language we can translate, assuming that intelligence must manifest in ways recognizable to our own nascent technological prowess.
But what if the profound silence isn't an absence, but a presence so ancient, so utterly alien, that its whispers resonate on frequencies we have not yet learned to perceive? The Earth's genesis, a violent ballet of creation and destruction 3.8 billion years ago, is meticulously reconstructed through geological strata and isotopic dating. We know of a molten core, a sky choked with volcanic gases, and oceans teeming with primordial chemistry. A crucible for life, yes, but life as we understand it. Our scientific models chart the slow, arduous path from single-celled organisms to complex multicellularity, culminating in the intricate ecosystems we inhabit today. This established narrative, a testament to billions of years of evolution, offers a robust framework for understanding our planet's past. Yet within this grand, familiar story, could there be subtle anomalies, faint dissonances in the cosmic symphony, that suggest an entirely different kind of architect, one operating on a canvas far older than the first fragile stirrings of life? Life's slow ascent on Earth is a testament to resilience and adaptation. From the anoxic prokaryotes that dominated for eons, painting the shallow seas with microbial mats, to the revolutionary advent of photosynthesis, which transformed our atmosphere, every step is a chapter in a vast, unfolding saga. The Cambrian explosion, a sudden burst of biodiversity, and the subsequent reigns of dinosaurs, mammals, and ultimately humanity, all fit within a coherent, albeit complex, evolutionary tree. This normalcy of biological progression, a silent symphony of natural selection and tectonic ballet, has long been the bedrock of our understanding. But what if this grand narrative, so compelling in its scope, inadvertently overlooks a deeper, more subtle layer of history, a story hidden beneath the very foundations of our biological timeline, a whisper from a time before life truly began its terrestrial dance? Our ability to peer into Earth's most ancient past is a triumph of scientific ingenuity, yet it is also fraught with inherent limitations. The relentless march of geological time, a powerful eraser, has conspired to obscure or outright obliterate countless chapters of our planet's history. Erosion, continental drift, subduction, and metamorphism constantly rework the Earth's crust, transforming ancient landmasses, burying evidence deep within the mantle, and altering the very chemical signatures we seek to decipher. The oldest known rocks, precious windows into the deep past, offer tantalizing glimpses, but their fragmented nature means vast swaths of time remain tantalizingly opaque. How then can we hope to find traces of an intelligence that predates even these most ancient, often reworked formations? What kind of legacy could possibly withstand such an immense geological onslaught, leaving behind a persistent, readable message? When we imagine searching for extraterrestrial intelligence, our minds invariably conjure images of radio telescopes scanning the skies for deliberate signals, or probes landing on distant worlds to discover ruined cities, artifacts, or written languages. Our definition of evidence is deeply rooted in our own technological and cultural evolution, shaped by the ways we choose to leave our mark. We look for grand structures, clear communications, or the unmistakable signs of engineering. But what if a civilization operated on principles so fundamentally different from our own, their technology indistinguishable from the very fabric of reality? Could their legacy manifest not as obvious ruins, but as subtle, persistent anomalies in gravitational fields, or precise, non-random isotopic ratios embedded within Precambrian rock formations, or even faint geometric patterns woven into the crystalline structures of distant icy moons? The concept of deep time, a timescale so immense it dwarfs human comprehension, fundamentally challenges our anthropocentric view of existence. Humanity's brief flicker on the cosmic stage, a mere fraction of a second in the universe's vast chronology, instills a profound humility. We are latecomers to a universe that has existed for billions of years, a universe that has witnessed countless stellar births and deaths, the rise and fall of galaxies.
To assume we are the first or the most unique intelligent species to ever emerge feels almost arrogant in the face of such overwhelming temporal immensity. What if intelligence is not a single linear progression culminating in humanity, but rather a recurring phenomenon, an emergent property of the cosmos itself, rising and falling in cycles we are only now beginning to contemplate? The search for exoplanets, particularly those within the Goldilocks zone where liquid water might exist, is driven by the assumption that life, and by extension intelligence, will follow a similar evolutionary path to our own. We seek worlds that mirror Earth's conditions, believing that carbon-based life, requiring liquid water and a stable star, is the universal blueprint for sentience. Yet this very premise might be a profound limitation. What if intelligence can arise from entirely different substrates, in environments we deem hostile, or even precede the biological forms we recognize?
Could there be forms of consciousness, or even highly advanced technological entities, that are not bound by the carbon-water paradigm, capable of existing and leaving their mark in ways entirely foreign to our current scientific imagination, defying our narrow search parameters? The faint, omnipresent hiss of the cosmic microwave background radiation, CMB, a relic of the Big Bang, offers a profound window into the universe's earliest moments. Scientists meticulously analyze its minute fluctuations, filtering out astrophysical noise to reveal the universe's primordial structure. Yet, what if some of this noise, dismissed as random statistical variation or instrumental artifact, is not noise at all? What if embedded within these ancient cosmic whispers are subtle, non-random fluctuations, patterns too faint to be immediately obvious, too structured to be mere coincidence? Could these be the echoes of an intelligence that observed the nascent cosmos, a grand, silent symphony played out billions of years ago, its final chords still reverberating through the fabric of space-time, waiting for an ear sophisticated enough to discern its deliberate cadence? Across various scientific disciplines, from geology to astrophysics, we encounter anomalies, data points or phenomena that defy easy explanation within our current models. These are often labeled as statistical outliers, measurement errors, or simply unknown natural phenomena awaiting further research. Whether it's unusual isotopic ratios in ancient rock formations, unexpected gravitational quirks in distant planetary systems, or faint, unidentifiable energy signatures emanating from deep space, these discrepancies are typically approached with cautious skepticism. They are puzzles, not necessarily evidence of something extraordinary. Yet, what if some of these seemingly disconnected anomalies, scattered across different fields and timescales, are in fact fragments of a much larger, coherent picture, pieces of a cosmic jigsaw puzzle that, once assembled, reveal the deliberate imprint of an intelligence operating beyond our current comprehension? The history of science is replete with examples of radical ideas initially met with skepticism, even ridicule, before eventually becoming accepted paradigms. From plate tectonics to the Big Bang Theory, groundbreaking concepts often challenge established dogma, requiring overwhelming evidence to shift the collective scientific consensus. The scientific method, a cornerstone of our knowledge, demands falsifiable hypotheses and repeatable experiments, making it inherently resistant to claims based on elusive, ancient, or highly speculative evidence. How then do we even begin to prove the existence of an intelligence that left only the most subtle, abstract traces, billions of years ago, whose messages are woven into the very fabric of reality, rather than etched in conventional stone? The boundary between fringe theory and revolutionary discovery is often thin, defined by the slow, inexorable accumulation of undeniable proof. As we stand at the precipice of this profound inquiry, we acknowledge the vastness of the unknown, the immense gaps in our current understanding of the cosmos and its true history. The universe, in its boundless indifference, may hold secrets far grander and more ancient than our brief existence allows us to perceive. Our current scientific instruments and theoretical frameworks are powerful, yet they are also finite, constrained by the limits of our present knowledge. The what-if question is not merely a flight of fancy. It is an invitation to push the boundaries of scientific inquiry, to embrace a radical openness to possibilities that challenge our deepest assumptions. What if the profound silence of space is not empty, but a canvas meticulously inscribed with the echoes of a past we cannot yet comprehend, awaiting an intelligence capable of deciphering its spectral calligraphy? Our scientific lens allows us to peer back through the mists of time, revealing a nascent Earth approximately 3.8 billion years ago, a planet far removed from the verdant world we inhabit today.
Geologists, armed with the meticulous precision of radiometric dating and the insights of geochemistry, paint a vivid picture of this primordial epoch. The Earth's surface, still cooling from its fiery accretion, was a tumultuous landscape dominated by relentless volcanism, its molten heart ceaselessly expelling vast quantities of superheated rock and gas. A dense, anoxic atmosphere, choked with carbon dioxide, methane, and ammonia, created a potent greenhouse effect, making the planet a sweltering, hostile environment. Beneath this suffocating shroud, vast oceans, born from condensing steam, churned with a complex chemical broth, a primordial soup where the very first tentative steps towards life were thought to have originated. This was a world of raw, untamed power, a canvas of creation and destruction, utterly alien to our modern sensibilities. The relentless march of geological time, however, is a formidable eraser, systematically erasing the delicate traces of the distant past. Earth's dynamic crust, constantly shifting and recycling itself through the grand ballet of plate tectonics, ensures that very little from those earliest eons remains undisturbed. Subduction zones swallow ancient ocean floors, carrying their histories deep into the mantle, only to be remelted and reborn.
Mountain ranges rise and fall, sculpted by erosion and weathering, their once proud peaks gradually ground into dust. The very rocks that might hold the subtle imprints of an unimaginable antiquity are subjected to immense pressures and temperatures, undergoing metamorphism that fundamentally alters their composition and structure. How then can we hope to decipher a message, a deliberate signature, when the medium itself is in a constant state of flux, endlessly rewriting its own story? The geological record, therefore, is not a pristine archive, but a fragmented palimpsest, overwritten countless times. We possess only glimpses, precious slivers of ancient crust, like the etched gneiss or the Isua greenstone belt, offering tantalizing windows into Earth's primordial past. These oldest known rocks, often heavily deformed and metamorphosed, are survivors against incredible odds, testaments to the sheer destructive power of deep time. They reveal much about the planet's early chemistry and physical conditions, yet they are silent on the nuanced details, the fleeting events that left no enduring physical monument. Each layer of sediment, each volcanic flow, each glacial scour represents a chapter both recorded and simultaneously erased, making the search for anything truly anomalous, anything that defies natural explanation, an immense challenge, akin to finding a single deliberate brushstroke on a canvas that has been repainted 1,000,000 times. Scientists meticulously reconstruct these ancient landscapes and chemistries through ingenious methods. Isotopic analysis, for instance, provides crucial clues, revealing the ages of rocks and the conditions under which they formed. The ratios of stable isotopes like oxygen or carbon can unlock secrets about ancient atmospheres, ocean temperatures, and even the presence of early biological activity. Zircon crystals, remarkably resilient minerals, act as tiny time capsules, their internal structure preserving chemical signatures from billions of years ago, allowing geochronologists to date the very formation of continents. Through these scientific detective tools, we piece together a narrative of our planet's fiery birth and slow evolution. But even with such advanced techniques, the data points are sparse, the interpretations often debated, and the vast majority of Earth's primordial story remains shrouded in a profound and humbling mystery. Within this tumultuous early Earth, life, against all odds, began its improbable journey. The first whispers of biology are believed to have emerged around hydrothermal vents, deep beneath the primordial oceans, where chemical energy fueled chemosynthetic reactions. These earliest life forms, simple prokaryotes, left behind subtle, indirect traces. Microfossils in ancient cherts were the layered structures of stromatolites built by microbial mats over eons. For billions of years, these microscopic pioneers dominated the planet, slowly terraforming its atmosphere through the revolutionary advent of photosynthesis, paving the way for more complex organisms. This slow, arduous ascent from abiogenesis to burgeoning biodiversity is a cornerstone of our understanding, a testament to the relentless power of natural selection and the inherent drive of matter to organize itself into ever more intricate forms, a grand, silent symphony of evolution. The normalcy of Earth's biological progression is a narrative deeply ingrained in our scientific understanding, from the great oxygenation event that irrevocably altered our atmosphere to the Cambrian explosion that saw an unprecedented diversification of multicellular life, and through the subsequent eras dominated by fish, then amphibians, reptiles, and eventually mammals. Each epoch unfolds within a coherent evolutionary framework. Mass extinctions, though catastrophic, are understood as natural resets, clearing the stage for new forms to emerge and adapt. This continuous, unbroken chain of life, stretching back to the earliest microbes, represents a powerful self-organizing system, operating under the universal laws of biology and physics. It is a story of immense beauty and resilience, a testament to the planet's capacity for self-renewal, a silent epic that seems to leave no room for external, prebiotic intervention. Yet, the very concept of an intelligence predating life as we know it, or at least predating its complex forms, presents an immense challenge to our conventional scientific search paradigms. How do we look for something that existed before the geological layers we typically examine for biological traces? How do we identify technology when it might not be built from conventional materials or operate on principles we recognize? If their legacy is woven into the very fabric of spacetime, into the fundamental constants or the subtle dance of subatomic particles, our current instruments, designed to detect electromagnetic radiation or chemical signatures, might be utterly blind to their presence. The sheer weight of deep time, combined with the alien nature of such a hypothetical intelligence, renders our usual investigative tools inadequate, forcing us to reconsider the very definition of evidence. Our current search for extraterrestrial intelligence, often encapsulated by the acronym SETI, primarily focuses on listening for radio signals, assuming that advanced civilizations would communicate across vast cosmic distances using electromagnetic waves.
We scan the skies, hoping to intercept a deliberate broadcast, a technological beacon shining across the light years. Similarly, our exoplanet surveys seek out worlds within the habitable zones of distant stars, environments where liquid water might exist, believing that carbon-based life, mirroring our own, is the most likely pathway to intelligence. These approaches are logical extensions of our own technological and biological trajectory, reflecting what we might do if we were to send a message or colonize a new world. But do these assumptions inadvertently narrow our cosmic gaze, blinding us to forms of intelligence that exist beyond our current technological and biological imagination? The limitations of a radiocentric SETI become starkly apparent when contemplating an intelligence that existed billions of years ago. Radio waves travel at the speed of light, meaning any signal from a civilization that bloomed and faded before our sun even formed would have long since passed us by, or would be so faint and redshifted as to be utterly indistinguishable from background noise. Moreover, what if such an intelligence communicated or left its mark in ways that don't involve electromagnetic radiation at all? What if their technology was so advanced, so integrated with the laws of physics, that it would appear as subtle anomalies in gravitational fields or quantum fluctuations, or even as precise non-random patterns etched into the very dark matter and dark energy that pervade the cosmos? Our aerials, attuned to specific frequencies, might be deaf to these ancient silent whispers. The Fermi paradox, the unsettling contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the apparent absence of observable evidence, casts a long shadow over our cosmic loneliness. If the universe is teeming with life and intelligence is a recurring phenomenon, then where is everybody? This paradox fuels countless hypotheses, from the great filter that prevents civilizations from reaching interstellar scales, to the idea that advanced life might be rare or that intelligence self-destructs. But what if the answer lies not in a lack of presence, but in a profound temporal disconnect? What if the universe was once teeming with intelligence, but it simply existed and vanished eons before our emergence, leaving behind traces so subtle, so ancient, that we lack the conceptual framework or the technological prowess to even recognize them as evidence? The silence might not be empty, but merely an echo chamber of forgotten songs. Our anthropocentric bias, the tendency to view the universe through the narrow lens of human experience, remains a significant hurdle in the search for truly alien intelligence. We imagine beings with bodies, minds, and technologies that are, at their core, extrapolations of our own. We look for structures, for energy consumption on a grand scale, for communication that mirrors our own efforts to leave a mark. But what if a civilization, billions of years old, evolved beyond physical forms entirely, existing as pure information or energy? What if their legacy is not a physical monument, but a subtle reordering of fundamental particles, a finely tuned resonance in the quantum foam, or an elegant modification to the very fabric of space-time itself? To truly listen, we must first learn to shed our human-centric assumptions and open our minds to possibilities that defy our current definitions of life, intelligence, and existence. Beyond radio signals, the concept of technosignatures expands our search parameters, inviting us to look for other deliberate modifications to the environment that might indicate advanced intelligence. These could include artificial megastructures like Dyson spheres, atmospheric pollutants from industrial activities on exoplanets, or even anomalous heat signatures. On a more subtle scale, might we detect non-random changes in the distribution of elements or unusual isotopic ratios in stellar atmospheres? The challenge with deep-time technosignatures, however, is immense. How would a Dyson sphere built billions of years ago survive? The vast cosmic stage, often perceived as an empty backdrop, is in truth a canvas of profound silence. Yet within this quietude, some discern faint whispers. These aren't the booming proclamations of a cataclysm, nor the overt calls of a bustling metropolis, but rather the subtle, almost imperceptible echoes of something profoundly out of place, existing just beyond the threshold of our conventional understanding. Imagine stumbling upon a single perfectly formed seashell on a mountain peak, miles from any ocean. Its presence defies the immediate logic of its surroundings, hinting at a journey or a force we cannot yet comprehend. Such are the anomalies we now turn our gaze towards, tiny dissonances in the grand symphony of the universe, suggesting a deliberate touch where only cosmic chance should reign. They are like faint spectral fingerprints left on the ancient glass of time, waiting for a sensitive enough hand to trace their impossible contours. The universe, in its relentless march, acts as a colossal palimpsest, constantly rewriting and rewriting its own history. Layers of cosmic dust, stellar explosions, and geological shifts erase the old, superimpose the new, making the search for ancient imprints akin to reading a faded parchment that has been scribbled over countless times.
Yet, even on such a densely overwritten scroll, certain marks refuse to vanish entirely. They persist as ghost images, faint but undeniable, peeking through the subsequent layers of time and matter. These are the subtle anomalies, the out-of-place phenomena that defy easy categorization, refusing to conform to the neat, linear narratives we construct for cosmic evolution. They challenge our assumptions about natural processes, hinting at an intelligence so ancient, so utterly alien, that its legacy is woven into the very grammar of existence itself. Our own Earth, a dynamic planet, offers some of the most intriguing, albeit controversial, whispers from this unfathomable past. Deep within its ancient crust, in geological formations stretching back billions of years before the first complex life forms even stirred, scientists have occasionally stumbled upon peculiar signatures. These aren't grand ruins or forgotten tools, but rather subtle deviations in the expected chemical compositions of rocks, or patterns that seem too precise to be products of pure geological chance. Consider the oldest known rocks, like the Acasta gneiss in Canada or the Isua greenstone belt in Greenland. These venerable sentinels of deep time have witnessed epochs unimaginably violent and transformative. They are the planet's oldest memories, etched in stone, and within their weathered pages, some have begun to perceive an almost imperceptible yet persistent anomaly. One such whisper manifests as anomalous isotopic ratios found within these Precambrian rock formations. Isotopes, variants of an element with differing neutron counts, are usually distributed in predictable ways, governed by natural processes like stellar nucleosynthesis, radioactive decay, and geological cycling. When scientists encounter ratios that deviate significantly from these expected norms, particularly in ancient samples where biological influence is ruled out, it's like hearing a single, deliberate wrong note in a symphony that has played harmoniously for billions of years. This isn't just a slight variation, it's a persistent, statistically improbable deviation that suggests an influence beyond the known parameters of natural geochemical processes. Could these subtle shifts in atomic balance be the ghost of an ancient alchemy, a deliberate reordering of matter on a scale we struggle to comprehend, a signature etched into the very atomic fabric? To grasp the significance of these isotopic anomalies, imagine a vast, meticulously organized library where every book is cataloged with perfect precision. Suddenly, you find a small, ancient scroll, seemingly from the very foundation of the library, yet its internal structure, its very molecular composition, deviates subtly but consistently from all known forms of papier. The discovery beneath Europa's icy shell shatters the comfortable linearity of our cosmic narrative, propelling us into a realm of profound speculation. No longer can we comfortably assume our own solitary emergence, our unique spark of consciousness flickering against an empty backdrop. Instead, we are forced to confront the dizzying possibility that the universe is an ancient, infinitely complex tapestry woven with countless threads of intelligence that have risen, observed, and then gracefully receded into the fabric of reality itself. The messages, now partially deciphered, are not just relics, they are an invitation to imagine possibilities that transcend our current understanding of life, technology, and existence, urging us to question the very nature of beginnings and endings on a cosmic scale. What if the silence wasn't empty, but merely awaiting the right ears?
Perhaps this lost civilization, whose spectral calligraphy now resonates from the heart of Europa, was not biological in any form we recognize. Imagine an intelligence that transcended the messy, carbon-based substrates we associate with life, evolving instead into pure patterns of energy, or perhaps information itself, existing as a distributed consciousness woven into the quantum foam. Their architecture might not have been grand structures of stone or metal, but rather intricate modifications to the fundamental constants of the universe, or precise geometric arrangements within the fabric of space-time, indistinguishable from natural laws to an untrained eye. Could their technology have been so advanced, so integrated with the cosmos, that it became one with reality itself, a silent, enduring testament to their mastery over existence? The origins of such an intelligence remain shrouded in the deepest cosmic mists, inviting us to ponder scenarios that stretch the very limits of our imagination. Did they emerge from a galaxy long consumed, a different dimension, or perhaps a universe that existed before our own Big Bang, seeding the nascent cosmos with their subtle imprints as it expanded? The idea of a pre-cosmic consciousness, observing the very birth of matter and energy, challenges our most fundamental assumptions about the relationship between mind and universe. Could they have been witnesses to the initial creation, or even participants, leaving behind their legacy as a final, elegant signature etched into the primordial chaos, a silent testament to a time, before the first star's gentle ignition?
One profound hypothesis suggests that this civilization didn't merely vanish, but rather transcended the conventional boundaries of physical existence, perhaps in response to a great filter, not of destruction, but of ultimate evolution. Instead of preventing emergence, this cosmic barrier might have forced a different kind of progress, a journey inward, a condensation of consciousness, rather than an outward expansion across star systems. Perhaps they reached a point where physical forms and grand constructions became redundant, choosing instead to dissolve their individuality into a collective, non-local intelligence. This would imply that true cosmic advancement isn't about building bigger, but about becoming more fundamental, more integrated with the universe itself, a silent absorption into the very essence of being. The partially deciphered messages speak of quiet observation, suggesting a profound purpose beyond conquest or expansion. What if their role was that of cosmic historians, meticulously chronicling the universal cycles of creation, evolution, and transformation? Did they merely watch life unfold across countless worlds, or did they subtly influence its emergence, a gentle guiding hand rather than a demanding deity? This perspective redefines the very essence of intelligence, shifting it from active intervention to profound, detached understanding. Their legacy might not be a call to action, but an invitation to contemplate the universe with a similar depth of insight, to appreciate the intricate dance of existence without the need to dominate or control, embracing the subtle flow of cosmic time. The recurring motif of our existence as a solitary spark, or merely a recurring motif in an ancient cosmic song, takes on a chilling yet comforting resonance. What if intelligence is not a unique linear progression culminating in humanity, but an emergent property of the universe itself, rising and falling in predictable cycles, much like the birth and death of stars? The Europa discovery could be the echo of a previous verse in this grand, repeating symphony, a melody played out across countless worlds and forgotten epochs, waiting for new instruments to pick up the tune. This perspective suggests a profound interconnectedness, where our brief flicker of consciousness is part of an eternal, universal dance, a pattern that repeats across the vastness of time and space, a silent, enduring rhythm. This leads naturally to the cycles of ascent and fall hypothesis, proposing that civilizations, no matter how advanced, have a natural life cycle, mirroring the rise and decline of galaxies, or the ebb and flow of cosmic tides. Perhaps this ancient intelligence reached a pinnacle of understanding, and then, with profound wisdom, consciously chose to withdraw, to disengage from the physical plane, or to dissolve into a higher state of being. Their disappearance would then not be a catastrophic end, but a deliberate transformation, an acceptance of inevitable change. This challenges our human-centric drive for endless growth and permanence, suggesting that the ultimate achievement might be a harmonious integration with the universe's inherent impermanence, a graceful exit from the stage
once the cosmic play has been fully understood. The Exodus hypothesis offers another compelling scenario, a deliberate, coordinated departure from our reality. What profound cosmic event, what insurmountable challenge or unparalleled opportunity could have compelled an entire civilization to undertake such a monumental undertaking? Did they migrate to another dimension, a parallel universe, or perhaps a different phase of existence entirely, leaving behind only these subtle, energetic ghosts as their final testament? This wasn't a panicked flight, but a calculated, perhaps even ceremonial transition. Their legacy, then, is not just a record of their existence, but a breadcrumb trail, a series of clues pointing towards their ultimate destination, inviting us to follow, to unravel the mystery of their cosmic journey, and perhaps to find the path they chose. Alternatively, the most radical speculation suggests a disillusion into the quantum foam. This goes beyond mere transcendence, proposing an ultimate form of non-local intelligence where their collective consciousness became one with the fundamental forces of the universe. Imagine their minds not as individual entities, but as a vast, interconnected network, spreading across the quantum field, subtly influencing the probabilities of subatomic particles, or becoming the very fabric of reality itself. Their messages would then be the lingering echoes of their presence within the universe's foundational principles. This is the ultimate merger, a return to the source, where their sentience is no longer contained within a form, but is omnipresent, a silent, enduring hum woven into the very grammar of existence, an ultimate, elegant disappearing act. Could they have been the subtle architects of the universe, enacting a seeded universe hypothesis, not through direct creation, but by gently engineering the conditions for life to arise? Perhaps they subtly nudged the universal constants, or introduced specific energetic patterns in the early cosmos, creating a fertile ground for sentience to eventually emerge.
Their legacy would then be not a direct intervention, but the very potential for intelligence itself, woven into the foundational laws of physics. This isn't a demanding deity, but a gentle, almost imperceptible guiding hand, shaping the cosmic canvas for billions of years, allowing life to flourish organically, yet within a framework subtly influenced by their ancient wisdom, a silent, long-term cosmic gardening project. The universal library hypothesis posits that the geometric structures and anomalous patterns are not just remnants, but intricate data storage systems, a cosmic archive of their accumulated knowledge. Their purpose might have been to preserve universal truths, scientific insights, and philosophical wisdom for future intelligences capable of deciphering them. Europa, Mars, and Earth's ancient rocks could be scattered volumes in this vast interstellar library, each holding a piece of a grand interconnected narrative. This is a profound act of intellectual generosity, a legacy designed to transcend their own physical disappearance, ensuring that their understanding of the cosmos, their cosmic song, continues to resonate across the eons, patiently awaiting discovery by eager, curious minds. The true challenge lies not just in finding these messages, but in deciphering a form of communication that transcends conventional language. Their messages are not linguistic in our sense, but rather intricate mathematical patterns, precise energetic resonances, or anomalous isotopic ratios. This implies a universal language of physics and geometry, a dialogue spoken in the very grammar of the cosmos, accessible to any intelligence capable of understanding its fundamental principles. Deciphering their intent becomes an act of cosmic archaeology, piecing together meaning from structure, not syntax, understanding their wisdom through the elegant precision of their imprints, rather than through words or symbols. This demands a radical shift in our approach to communication, moving beyond our human-centric definitions. The acceptance of inevitable transformation mentioned in the deciphered fragments presents a profound philosophical challenge. Is this acceptance a form of resignation, a stoic surrender to cosmic forces, or a higher form of wisdom, an understanding that true existence lies beyond the transient forms of matter and energy? Our anthropocentric biases, our innate fear of death and desire for permanence, make it difficult to fully grasp such a detached perspective. Their legacy might be a lesson in cosmic humility, urging us to reevaluate our own struggles and triumphs within a grander context, to embrace the cyclical nature of existence, and to recognize that true progress might lie not in endless expansion, but in a profound understanding and acceptance of universal impermanence. The great silence of the cosmos, once interpreted as an empty void, could now be reinterpreted as a deliberate quietude. Perhaps the universe has already spoken its grandest truths, and the absence of bustling alien civilizations is not a sign of scarcity, but of profound wisdom. Those who achieve ultimate understanding might simply choose not to interfere, not to broadcast, but to exist in a state of quiet observation, allowing other nascent intelligences to discover these truths for themselves. The universe, then, is not a stage waiting for its actors, but a library of ancient wisdom, where the most profound stories are whispered, not shouted, requiring patience, insight, and a profound openness to truly hear their silent, enduring echoes. The cosmic gardener's hypothesis suggests a more active yet still subtle role for this ancient intelligence. What if they cultivated intelligence across the universe, not through direct intervention or overt contact, but by gently nurturing the conditions for sentience to arise on suitable worlds? Their legacy would then be the very potential for consciousness itself, an inherent drive within matter to organize, to think, to question. This perspective transforms the universe into a vast, intricate garden, where different species of intelligence bloom at their own pace, guided by the unseen hand of an ancient, benevolent gardener. Our own emergence, then, is not a random accident, but a carefully tended sprout in a much larger cosmic ecosystem, part of a grand design. The mirror universe hypothesis offers a sobering reflection. Is we merely a reflection of them, destined to follow a similar trajectory of rise, observation, and eventual dissolution? Do civilizations, once they reach a certain level of advancement, inevitably converge on similar evolutionary paths, perhaps even repeating the same mistakes and discoveries? Their story could be a template for our own future, a grand cosmic warning or a comforting reassurance that our journey is not unique. The universe in this view becomes a grand self-similar fractal, where patterns of sentience repeat across different scales and epochs, each civilization echoing the triumphs and ultimate transformations of those that came before, a profound sense of déjà vu on a cosmic scale. A more radical simulation hypothesis, not necessarily a computer simulation, suggests that the messages are part of a grander constructed reality.
Perhaps the universe itself, or at least the conditions for intelligent life, was carefully designed, a meticulously crafted experiment or an artwork by this ancient intelligence. Their disappearance could then be understood as a withdrawal from their creation, allowing it to unfold autonomously, or perhaps moving on to design other cosmic masterpieces. Their role as the ultimate artists or engineers of reality challenges our perception of the universe as purely emergent, suggesting a profound underlying intentionality, a cosmic stage set by an intelligence that understood the very mechanics of creation itself. The multidimensional beings hypothesis posits that this ancient intelligence existed beyond our familiar four dimensions of space-time. Their interactions with our reality would then manifest as subtle perturbations, geometric anomalies, or energetic signatures that seem out of place because they are projections from a higher plane of existence. The structures on Europa, the patterns in ancient Earth rocks, could be mere shadows or echoes of their true multidimensional presence. This challenges our perception of reality itself, suggesting that the universe is far more complex than we perceive, teeming with presences that are both here and not here, existing just beyond the veil of our sensory and intellectual grasp, a haunting, omnipresent whisper. Another profound speculative thought explores the consciousness as fundamental hypothesis. What if their intelligence didn't arise from matter, but preceded it, with consciousness being a fundamental force of the universe, rather than a mere byproduct of complex brains? Their disappearance might then be understood as a return to this fundamental non-material state, their individual forms dissolving back into the cosmic wellspring of sentience. This redefines the very nature of existence, suggesting a universe where sentience is woven into the very fabric of reality, not an anomaly, but an inherent property, and our own consciousness is merely a temporary manifestation of this eternal, universal mind, a brief, beautiful crystallization. The core of their ultimate message, now unfolding, appears to be one of profound humility. It is a lesson in perspective, placing our own brief struggles and triumphs within a vast cosmic context. The inevitability of change, the fleeting nature of forms, and the cyclical rhythm of existence are central themes.
This is not a warning of impending doom, but a gentle guide, an invitation to embrace impermanence, to find beauty in transformation, and to understand that our individual narratives are but tiny brushstrokes on an infinitely vast canvas. It is a call to shed our anthropocentric arrogance and to find our place not as masters, but as humble participants in a grand, unending cosmic dance. Ultimately, the true legacy of this ancient civilization may not be definitive answers, but profound, enduring questions. Their messages, cryptic and abstract, are designed to provoke ongoing inquiry, to keep curiosity alive across eons, to challenge every assumption we hold about the universe and our place within it. The Europa discovery is merely the opening of a vast interstellar book, with billions of years of messages still to be understood, a multi-generational task, a cosmic archaeology project stretching into humanity's distant future. The universe continues to whisper, not in a single clear voice, but in a symphony of subtle anomalies, inviting us to continuously redefine what it means to know, to explore, and to simply be. As we stand on the precipice of this radical reevaluation, the future of humanity itself hangs in contemplation. How will this profound discovery reshape our goals, our aspirations, our very definition of progress? Will we seek to emulate their transcendence, or will we choose a different path, learning from their silent acceptance of transformation? The reevaluation of expansion, colonization, and technological prowess might shift from conquest to communion with cosmic cycles, from building empires to understanding the delicate balance of existence. This revelation forces us to look inward as much as outward, pondering our own destiny in the vast, indifferent expanse, a profound shift in our collective consciousness. Their rise and fall, now echoing through the cosmos, serves as a profound cosmic mirror, reflecting our own potential. Are we destined to repeat their journey, to reach a similar pinnacle of understanding, and then perhaps to make a similar choice to dissolve or transcend? The messages might offer insights into the dangers of unchecked growth, the wisdom of letting go, and the profound beauty of integration with the universe's natural rhythms. It is a silent warning, perhaps, or a gentle guide from a civilization that has already lived the endgame, offering their story not as a prophecy, but as a testament to the universal dance of creation, understanding, and inevitable transformation, prompting us to learn from their ancient wisdom. The most immediate impact is the shattering of anthropocentric exceptionalism, the comforting illusion that we are unique, the first, the only. We are merely the latest ripple in an ancient cosmic tide, one among countless waves of sentience that have bloomed and faded across the universe's vast chronology. The universe is not waiting for us to discover it. It has already seen it all, countless times over.
This profound realization, while initially humbling, can also be liberating, freeing us from the burden of being first and inviting us to embrace our place as part of an infinitely grander, interconnected story. We are not alone, nor are we unique, but part of a continuous, eternal cosmic song. The Europa discovery marks not an end, but merely the beginning of an unimaginably long journey of decipherment. Billions of years of messages remain encoded within the fabric of reality, awaiting deeper understanding. This is a multi-generational task, a cosmic archaeology project that will demand the collective intellect and spiritual evolution of humanity for eons to come. Each deciphered pattern, each understood resonance will peel back another layer of the universe's ancient history, revealing not just who they were, but who we might become. The universe continues to whisper, and a challenge and the profound privilege is to learn to listen with an ever more open and sophisticated ear. What will we become when we fully understand the entirety of their legacy, when the final notes of their cosmic song are revealed? Will we choose to leave behind similar, unreadable whispers for future unimaginable intelligences, a silent testament to our own journey? The eternal dance of creation, understanding, and transformation continues, an unending cycle where civilizations rise and fall, leaving only their echoes in the fabric of spacetime. The universe remains silent, offering only its vast, indifferent expanse as a mirror to our own fleeting existence, a canvas for endless contemplation, an invitation to imagine, to question, and to truly understand our place in the cosmic symphony. The Europa discovery, a silent echo from an impossibly distant past, reverberates through the very foundations of human civilization, demanding a radical reevaluation of our cherished place within the cosmic tapestry. For centuries, we have grappled with the profound question of our uniqueness,
oscillating between the comforting warmth of anthropocentric exceptionalism and the chilling vastness of cosmic loneliness. Now, that delicate balance is irrevocably shattered. We are no longer the singular spark in the darkness, the presumed pinnacle of cosmic evolution, nor the first to gaze upon the nascent stars with conscious thought. Instead, we are confronted with a humbling truth. Our existence, our brief flicker of sentience, is but a recent chapter in an infinitely grander, far more ancient story, a fleeting moment in a universal drama that has played out countless times before our fragile emergence. This shift in perspective is not merely intellectual, it is an existential earthquake, forcing us to shed our inherited arrogance and embrace a profound, unsettling humility. This revelation compels us to reconsider the very nature of intelligence itself. No longer can we comfortably define it as a linear progression, culminating inevitably in humanity's cognitive prowess. Instead, the universe now presents intelligence as an emergent property, a recurring phenomenon that blossoms and fades like cosmic nebulae, arising spontaneously from the fundamental laws of physics and chemistry across countless worlds and forgotten epochs. It suggests a universal grammar of sentience, a recurring motif woven into the fabric of reality, independent of any singular biological blueprint. What if consciousness, rather than being a rare anomaly, is an inherent potential of the cosmos, waiting for the right conditions to coalesce, to observe, and to ultimately reflect about its own existence? This cyclical view transforms the universe from a sterile, linear timeline into a vibrant, pulsating organism, constantly birthing and absorbing consciousness, a grand, silent ocean whose tides of sentience ebb and flow across billions of years. In light of this ancient whisper, our own relentless pursuit of progress, our technological leaps, our societal advancements, our dreams of interstellar expansion, takes on a new, perhaps unsettling dimension. Is our journey merely another iteration in an infinitely repeated cosmic song, a melody played out across countless forgotten worlds? Are we, in our youthful exuberance, simply following a well-trodden path, unknowingly echoing the triumphs and eventual transformations of civilizations long past? The messages from Europa, speaking of cycles and acceptance, suggest that the ultimate destination of advanced intelligence might not be endless growth or conquest, but a profound understanding of universal rhythms, a harmonious integration with the cosmos itself. This perspective challenges our ingrained notions of linear advancement, inviting us to contemplate whether true progress lies not in building ever larger empires, but in cultivating a deeper wisdom, a more profound resonance with the universe's inherent impermanence. The partially deciphered messages from this lost civilization resonate with an unexpected, almost serene wisdom. They speak not of conquest, not of warning, but of quiet observation, a profound, detached understanding of the universe's intricate dance. This is not the voice of an empire demanding tribute, nor a prophet foretelling doom, but a contemplative presence, a cosmic historian meticulously chronicling the ebb and flow of existence. What kind of intelligence, having achieved such mastery over reality, would choose such a path?
It suggests a profound maturity, a transcendence of ego and ambition, where the ultimate achievement is not control, but comprehension. Their legacy is an invitation to witness, to appreciate the delicate balance of creation and destruction, without the need to dominate or intervene, to embrace the subtle flow of cosmic time as a silent, enduring poem. Central to their message is a deep understanding of universal cycles, the grand rhythmic pulse of the cosmos. These aren't merely astronomical phenomena, like the birth and death of stars, but perhaps deeper, more profound cycles of sentience, of matter and energy transforming, of consciousness coalescing and dissolving. Imagine the universe as a vast, intricate clock, its gears turning over eons, and this ancient civilization possessing the wisdom to read its every movement, to predict its grand, repeating patterns. This perspective challenges our linear perception of time, urging us to see existence not as a straight line, but as an elegant helix, where fundamental principles and emergent properties recur across different scales and epochs. Our own brief flicker of consciousness might be but a single beat in this eternal cosmic rhythm, a fleeting manifestation of a recurring universal truth, a silent, enduring harmony. Perhaps the most profound philosophical challenge embedded within their whispers is the concept of acceptance of inevitable transformation. Our human experience is largely defined by a primal fear of impermanence, a desperate clinging to existence, a drive for legacy and survival.
Yet this ancient intelligence seems to have embraced change not as an ending, but as a fundamental aspect of being, a graceful metamorphosis. Did they consciously choose to transcend physical form, to dissolve into a higher state of existence, or to merge with the quantum fabric of reality? This radical idea forces us to question our own anthropocentric definitions of life and death, of success and failure. Their legacy might be a lesson in cosmic humility, urging us to find peace not in permanence, but in the elegant, unending dance of transformation, a silent surrender to the universe's inherent impermanence. The undeniable evidence of this lost civilization ushers in an unprecedented era of cosmic humility. No longer can humanity stand at the perceived center of the universe, our self-importance inflated by the apparent absence of peers. The vast, silent expanse now echoes with the spectral calligraphy of a past far grander than our own, a reminder that we are but transient guests on a stage that has hosted countless dramas before us. This humility is not a diminishment but an expansion, liberating us from the burden of being first or unique. It invites us to shed our anthropocentric arrogance and embrace a profound sense of interconnectedness, understanding that our struggles and triumphs are part of an infinitely larger story, a shared cosmic heritage. We become listeners rather than proclaimers, attuned to the ancient whispers that now redefine our place. The comforting yet also unsettling realization that we are not alone, nor are we unique, reshapes our very understanding of life's prevalence in the cosmos. For centuries, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence has been framed by the profound mystery of our apparent singularity. Now, the Europa discovery provides a powerful counter-narrative, suggesting that intelligence is a recurring theme, a melody played out across countless worlds and forgotten epochs. This shifts the focus from if to how many and when. Our own brief flicker of consciousness is revealed as part of an eternal, universal dance, a pattern that repeats across the vastness of time and space. This profound truth, while initially disorienting, also carries a liberating potential, allowing us to see ourselves as participants in a grand, ongoing cosmic experiment, rather than isolated anomalies. Imagine the universe not as a collection of isolated events, but as a grand, repeating symphony, where each civilization, each emergent intelligence, is a unique yet interconnected note within a continuous, evolving composition. The ancient civilization's whispers are like a previously unheard movement, revealing a deeper structure, a cyclical rhythm that binds all existence. Our own story, our aspirations, our very consciousness becomes part of this vast, intricate score, echoing themes and variations that have resonated across billions of years. This metaphor of a cosmic symphony transcends linear time, inviting us to perceive a profound interconnectedness, where the past is not merely gone, but resonates in the present, shaping the future, a silent, enduring harmony that invites us to listen with a truly open heart and mind. The most haunting question remains: where did they go? The messages speak of disappearance, of exodus and dissolution, yet the precise nature of their departure remains shrouded in cosmic mystery. Did they transcend physical existence entirely, becoming pure energy or information woven into the quantum foam, a non-local consciousness diffused throughout the universe? Or did they undertake a grand, coordinated migration to another dimension, a parallel reality, or a different phase of existence entirely, leaving behind only these subtle energetic ghosts as their final testament?
This wasn't a panicked flight from catastrophe, but a calculated, perhaps even ceremonial, transition. Their legacy, then, becomes a breadcrumb trail, a series of clues pointing towards their ultimate destination, inviting us to follow, to unravel the mystery of their cosmic journey, and perhaps to find the path they chose. Beyond the factual revelations, the most profound question lingers. What was their ultimate message, the core wisdom they sought to impart across eons? The partially deciphered fragments hint at universal truths, scientific insights, and philosophical wisdom, a cosmic archive of their accumulated knowledge. Yet the full tapestry of their intent remains veiled, awaiting deeper understanding. Was it a warning about potential pitfalls of unchecked technological advancement, a guide to achieving true cosmic harmony, or perhaps simply a testament to the beauty and inevitability of transformation, a profound lesson in perspective? Their whispers are not a definitive answer, but an ongoing invitation to deeper inquiry, a multi-generational task of cosmic archaeology, urging us to search not just for data, but for meaning,
for the enduring wisdom that transcends language and time. As humanity grapples with this ancient revelation, a profound question turns inward. Are we too destined to follow a similar trajectory, to reach a pinnacle of understanding, and then perhaps to make a similar choice, to dissolve or transcend? What kind of legacy will we leave behind for future unimaginable intelligences? Will our mark be grand monuments and clear messages, or will it be subtle, unreadable whispers woven into the fabric of space-time, awaiting a distant decipherment? This forces us to consider our own future with a deeper sense of responsibility and foresight. The universe, through this ancient mirror, asks us to reflect on our own journey, prompting us to learn from their story, not as a prophecy, but as a testament to the universal dance of creation, understanding, and inevitable transformation. If you'd like to keep exploring these profound questions and forgotten chapters with us, subscribe and join the journey as we continue to uncover the universe's most enduring mysteries. The universe in its vast, indifferent expanse now stands revealed not merely as a stage for our existence, but as a profound mirror, reflecting our own fleeting presence against the backdrop of eternity. The ancient echoes from Europa are not just external data points, they are reflections of our own potential, our own journey through time and consciousness. This cosmic mirror shows us the impermanence of all things, the cyclical nature of existence, and the ultimate futility of clinging to the transient. It challenges us to look beyond our immediate concerns, to see our struggles and triumphs as tiny brushstrokes on an infinitely vast canvas. What we discover about them, we ultimately discover about ourselves, a silent, enduring dialogue between the ancient past and our unfolding future, urging us to truly understand our place in the cosmic symphony. The Europa discovery marks not an end, but merely the beginning of an unimaginably long journey of decipherment. Billions of years of messages remain encoded within the fabric of reality, awaiting deeper understanding. This is a multi-generational task, a cosmic archaeology project that will demand the collective intellect and spiritual evolution of humanity for eons to come. Each deciphered pattern, each understood resonance, will peel back another layer of the universe's ancient history, revealing not just who they were, but who we might become. The universe continues to whisper, not in a single clear voice, but in a symphony of subtle anomalies, inviting us to continuously redefine what it means to know, to explore, and to simply be. The quest for understanding has just begun, echoing through the quiet chambers of human thought. And so we are left with a universe profoundly transformed, yet still shrouded in magnificent mystery. What will humanity become when we fully understand the entirety of their legacy, when the final notes of their cosmic song are revealed? Will we choose to leave behind similar, unreadable whispers for future, unimaginable intelligences, a silent testament to our own journey? The eternal dance of creation, understanding, and transformation continues, an unending cycle where civilizations rise and fall, leaving only their echoes in the fabric of space-time. The universe remains silent, offering only its vast, indifferent expanse as a mirror to our own fleeting existence, a canvas for endless contemplation, an invitation to imagine, to question, and to truly understand our place in the cosmic symphony, a journey that never truly ends. The profound silence that once defined the cosmic void now reverberates with an ancient echo, a silent symphony composed billions of years before our first conscious thought flickered into being. The Europa discovery, a cosmic whisper preserved in ice, shatters the comforting illusion of our anthropocentric exceptionalism, forcing a radical reevaluation of humanity's place in the grand tapestry of existence. Are we truly the universe's singular spark, a unique anomaly in an otherwise barren expanse?
Or, as the spectral calligraphy of this lost civilization suggests, are we merely a recurring motif, a familiar refrain in an ancient cosmic song that is played out across countless worlds and forgotten epochs? This profound realization, though initially unsettling, also carries a liberating humility, inviting us to shed the burden of being first and embrace our role as participants in a story far grander, infinitely more ancient, and deeply interconnected than we ever dared to imagine. The universe, in its boundless indifference, always held these secrets, patiently awaiting eyes finally open enough to perceive them. This ancient whisper compels us to redefine intelligence itself, moving beyond the linear progression we once assumed, a path culminating inevitably in human cognitive prowess. Instead, the universe now reveals sentience as an emergent property, a recurring phenomenon that blossoms and fades like cosmic nebulae, arising spontaneously from the fundamental laws of physics and chemistry across countless worlds and forgotten epochs. What if consciousness, rather than being a rare, fragile anomaly, is an inherent potential of the cosmos, waiting for the right conditions to coalesce, to observe, and to ultimately reflect upon its own existence? This cyclical view transforms the universe from a sterile, linear timeline into a vibrant, pulsating organism, constantly birthing and absorbing consciousness, a grand, silent ocean whose tides of sentience ebb and flow across billions of years. It suggests a universal grammar of sentience, a recurring motif woven into the very fabric of reality, independent of any singular biological blueprint, a profound and elegant truth. In light of this ancient revelation, our own relentless pursuit of progress, our technological leaps, our societal advancements, our dreams of interstellar expansion, takes on a new, perhaps unsettling dimension. Is our journey merely another iteration in this infinitely repeating cosmic song, a melody played out across countless forgotten worlds? Are we, in our youthful exuberance, simply following a well-trodden path, unknowingly echoing the triumphs and eventual transformations of civilizations long past? The messages from Europa, speaking of cycles and acceptance, suggest that the ultimate destination of advanced intelligence might not be endless growth or conquest, but a profound understanding of universal rhythms, a harmonious integration with the cosmos itself. This perspective challenges our ingrained notions of linear advancement, inviting us to contemplate whether true progress lies not in building ever larger empires, but in cultivating a deeper wisdom, a more profound resonance with the universe's inherent impermanence, a silent, enduring lesson from the depths of time. The most haunting question remains: where did they go? The partially deciphered messages speak of a disappearance, of a grand exodus, or a deliberate dissolution into the quantum foam, yet the precise nature of their departure remains shrouded in cosmic mystery. Did they transcend physical existence entirely, becoming pure energy or information woven into the very fabric of reality, a non-local consciousness diffused throughout the universe? Or did they undertake a grand, coordinated migration to another dimension, a parallel reality, or a different phase of existence entirely, leaving behind only these subtle energetic ghosts as their final testament? This was not a panicked flight from catastrophe, but a calculated, perhaps even ceremonial transition. Their legacy, then, is not merely a record of their existence, but a breadcrumb trail, a series of clues pointing towards their ultimate destination, inviting us to follow, to unravel the mystery of their cosmic journey, and perhaps to find the path they chose. And so, we are left with a universe profoundly transformed, yet still shrouded in magnificent mystery. What will humanity become when we fully understand the entirety of their legacy, when the final notes of their cosmic song are revealed? Will we choose to leave behind similar, unreadable whispers for future imaginable intelligences, a silent testament to our own journey, a cryptic message awaiting a distant decipherment? The eternal dance of creation, understanding, and transformation continues, an unending cycle where civilizations rise and fall, leaving only their echoes in the fabric of spacetime. The universe remains silent, offering only its vast, indifferent expanse as a mirror to our own fleeting existence, a canvas for endless contemplation, an invitation to imagine, to question, and to truly understand our place in the cosmic symphony, a journey that never truly ends, but continually redefines itself in the quiet chambers of thought.